Good day mga teachers! Ngayong araw na ito, ang aking ibablog ay tungkol sa MOBs for RPMS. Ito ay para sa proficient teachers. Nandito ang RPMS guidelines and also the supplemental documents with legal basis na maaari nating i-prepare para sa paggagawa ng ating RPMS. Ako nga pala ang inyong teacher, DJ. Narito ang ating mga legal basis na pinagkuhanan ng ating RPMS na mula sa PPST. Civil Service Commission Memorandum Circular No. 6, Series of 2012, DepEd Order No. 2, Series of 2015 was signed on February 6, 2015, and the DepEd No. 42, Series of 2017. Sabi dito, is PPST part of RPMS or is RPMS part of the PPST? PPST is not part of the RPMS. PPST is a standalone document. Same way, RPMS is not part of the PPST. It is a pre-existing system requirement from the Civil Service Commission or CSC. Supplemental document on the RPMS school year 2020-2021 in the time of COVID-19. PPST priority indicators and means of verification. There are 11 priority indicators from the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers or PPST, chosen as RPMS objectives for this school year. These priority indicators were selected based on being more responsive and appropriate to current context of the teachers, learners, and the learning environment. Narito ang mga classroom observable objectives. We have 7 classroom observable objectives for both proficient and highly proficient teachers. The performance indicator of these objectives are identified for quality, except for objective number 6, which has quality and timeliness. Ito yung mga pwede nating gamitin na indicators and then kung ano yung pwede nating ilagay na means of verifications. For objectives number 1, 5, and 7, requires means of verification or MOB from a classroom observation. Only 2 observations are required for the entire school year. Guidelines and protocols for alternative classroom observations are defined in these documents. Ang sabi dito, ang kailangan nating isubmit for objective number 1, 5, and 7, need natin ng 2 classroom observation tool or COT rating sheets. Kasama dito ang Inter-Observer Agreement Form. And then, dapat sa alternative classroom observation, papasok siya sa ating timeline. Ang classroom observation number 1 ay between January and March 2021. Ito namang classroom observation number 2 ay between April and May 2021. Ang mga pwede nating gamiting alternative classroom observation ay ang mga sumusunod. Ang una, pwede ang online observation. Pangalawa, observation of a video lesson. At ang pangatlo natin ay observation of a demonstration teaching by a learning action cell or LAC. Ang aking ginawa dito ay ang number 3, observation of a demonstration teaching by a learning action cell. Ibig sabihin no, nagpa-observe ako sa harap ng aking mga co-teachers. And then, nanonood dito ang aking head teacher or principal. For objectives number 2, 3, and 4, require supplementary materials as MOB, while objective number 6 require evidence that Show feedback to learners. Only 2 MOB that show evidence of each objectives are required for the entire school years. Ang pwede natin gamitin dito na supplemental materials sa objective number 2, 3, and 4 ay ang mga sumusunod. Ito ay activity sheets, one lesson from a locally crafted self-learning module or SLM, lesson plan, pwede dito ang DLP, DLL, Weekly Home Learning Plan, WLP, WLL, lesson exemplars, and the likes. Another supplementary materials are mga video lessons, audio lessons, and other learning materials na nakaprint or in digital format. Dito naman sa ating number 6, ang pwede nating gamiting evidence, itong may highlights na providing accurate and constructive feedback. Pwede ang activity sheets, performance task, portfolio, quiz or test, and self-learning modules. Ito ang pwede nating ihanda na supplementary materials as ating MOB. Para naman sa ating non-classroom observable objectives, meron tayong 4. Ito ay para sa proficient and highly proficient teachers. The performance indicators are identified for quality in objective number 8 and quality and efficiency in objectives number 9 to 11, and the plus factor is for objective number 12. Para magawa natin ang MOB per indicator for the proficient teachers for RPMS SY 2020 to 2021, narito ang mga pwede nating gamitin. Nasa table na to. Nakalagay dyan sa RPMS objective based on the PPSC priority indicator number 1. Applied knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching areas. Ang pwede nating gamitin na means of verification dito ay ang Classroom Observation Tool or COT rating sheet and Inter-Observer Agreement Form. Ilalagay natin dyan ang ating MOB sa objective number 1. For objective number 2, 3, and 4, ang pwede nating ilagay ay any supplementary materials. Pwede siyang in print or in digital format. Example natin ay activity sheets, one lesson from a locally crafted self-learning module or SLM, lesson plan na pwede siyang naka-DLP, DLL, WHLP, WLP, WLL, lesson exemplars. Sumunod dyan, pwede rin ang video lesson, audio lesson, and other learning materials. For objective number 5, ang pwede natin gamitin dito ay ang COT rating sheet and Inter-Observer Agreement Form. Kasi dalawa naman ang ating classroom observation, ilalagay natin dyan. For objective number 6, use strategies for providing timely, accurate, and constructive feedback to improve learners' performance. Ang pwede nating ilagay dito ay evidence na nag-highlight ng accurate and constructive feedback. Example, activity sheets, performance task, portfolio, quiz or test, and self-learning module. Pwede nating ilagay na MOB natin ay yung mga sumusunod na yon. Sa number 7 naman, selected, develop, organize, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT to address learning goals. Ang ilalagay uli natin dito ay COT rating sheet, Inter-Observer Agreement Form. And then number 8, set achievable and appropriate learning outcomes that are aligned with learning competencies. Ang pwede nating ilagay na MOB ay one lesson plan. Pwede siyang naka-DLP, TLL, WHLP, WLP, WLL, or lesson exemplar. Kasama natin yan sa number 8. Maaari nating ilagay sa objective number 8 ay ang mga sumusunod: lecture or discussion, activity or activity sheets, performance task, rubric for assessing performance using criteria that appropriately describe the target output. Para naman sa objective number 9, build relationship with parents, guardians, and the wider school community to facilitate involvement in the educative process. Ang number 1 na pwede nating ilagay ay ang proof of participation. Pwede yung nag-distribute tayo ng learning materials to the learners. Siyempre, meron tayong receipt form or monitoring form na ipinapakita during the distribution of the learning materials. Kasama din ang brigada eskwela. Pwede nating ipakita ang commitment form for stakeholders, develop advocacy materials, or certificate of participation that involves parents or stakeholders engagement signed by the school head. Another MOB ay ang home visitation form. Pwede nating ilagay. And then, pwede ring ilagay itong number 2, parent-teacher log or proof of other stakeholders meeting. Pwede yung nagtayo ay one-on-one parent-teacher-learner conference. Yung log sheet or attendance sheet with minutes of online or face-to-face meeting. Proof of involvement in the learners or parent orientation. Number 3, any form of communication to parents, stakeholders. Pwede nating i-screenshot yung ating chat or text message or communication with the parents and guardians. Yan, nakalagay dyan. Pwede siyang in digital or printed copy of learners enrollment survey form signed by the ICT coordinator or focal person and the school head. For objective number 10, participated in professional networks to share knowledge and enhance practice. Narito ang mga pwede nating ilagay na MOBs. The certificate of completion in a course or training. Certificate of participation in a webinar, retooling, upskilling, and other training seminar workshop with proof of implementation. Certificate of recognition or speakership in a webinar, retooling, upskilling, and other training seminar workshop. Kasama rin ang any proof of participation to a benchmarking activity and any proof of participation in school LAC session. Pwede siyang online, face-to-face, certified by the LAC coordinator, and others. Siyempre, kung meron kayong pictures, pwede nyo ring ilagay. Basta huwag nyo kalimutan ang annotations. Para naman sa ating objective number 11, develop a personal improvement plan based on reflection of one's practice and ongoing professional learning. Ang pwede nating ilagay na main MOB ay ang Individual Performance and Commitment Review Form Development Plan or ang ating IPCRF-DP. Yan, mahalaga yan na mailagay nyo sa number 11. Another supporting MOB is the reflection of one's practice during on LAC sessions with proof of attendance, reflection of personal notes on coaching and mentoring, and or media review, personal notes journal on division, school-led inset with proof of attendance, certificate of enrollment, registration form, class card in graduate postgraduate school or online courses, and any learning highlighting the improvement done based on the accomplished reflection section and others. Siyempre, yung others na yan, pwedeng pictures with annotations. Sa number 12, perform various related works, activities that contribute to the teaching learning process. Ito ang plus factor. Para magkaroon kayo ng extra grade or plus factor, narito ang pwede nating ilagay. Proof of committee involvement, advisorship of co-curricular activities, involvement as module learning material writer, involvement as module learning material validator, participation in the RO, SDO, school-initiated TV radio-based instruction, book or journal authorship or contributorship, coordinatorship, chairpersonship, coaching and mentoring learners in competition, mentoring pre-service teacher, participation in demonstration teaching, and participation as research presenter in a forum or conference. Sana ay natulungan ko kayo sa RPMS supplemental documents na maaari niyong ilagay kapag tayo ay gumawa na ng MOB sa ating RPMS. Maraming salamat sa panonood at pakikinig. Hanggang sa muli, ako nga pala ang inyong Teacher DJ.